Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Today's training topic is about supporting female recruitment efforts. My name is Ivy Johnson, and I work for MP&S Strategic Communications. We are the national communications contractor for Job Corps and are responsible for creating the program's national recruitment materials and coordinating its national advertising campaign. And we manage Job Corps' social media accounts on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. We also offer regular trainings like this one to make sure staff like you have the tools and resources you need to support your recruiting efforts. The main purpose of today's webinar is to cover the resources available to help you in your outreach to young women remotely and in person. The webinar should last about 45 minutes. There will be time for questions at the end, but feel free to type a question in the chat box at the bottom of your screen at any time. We have someone monitoring the chat box throughout the webinar. I understand some of you on the line may be a longtime Job Corps veteran, while others may be brand new to the program. Either way, we hope you learned some valuable information and what resources are available to you. This PowerPoint is going to cover a lot of information. It will be posted on Job Corps' Materials Marketplace, so you can download it for future reference. In the webinar, we plan to cover research we conducted with females over the years and how it informs Job Corps' materials and advertising. What free National Office approved materials are available to you on the Marketplace. Job Corps' presence on social media, and tips and best practices when recruiting females to the program. So let's get started. Each year, MP&S conducts research to gather information and preferences from potential Job Corps students, and that involves speaking specifically to young women who are in Job Corps' target demographic. Recent research included an online survey of more than 800 young people from across the country. All of the participants met Job Corps' age and income requirements, and half of the respondents were women. The survey consisted of questions on topics that range from education and career interests to specific questions about Job Corps. These are some of the key takeaways from the women who took the survey. It's important to young women to have the option to enroll in a non-res program versus a residential one. If non-res is an option, it increases their willingness to enroll. So if you recruit for a center that has a non-residential slots available, make sure you address that point early on in the application process. Another key takeaway is living away from home and with people they don't know can be barriers for females considering whether to attend a residential training program. So it's important to emphasize the social aspects of the program, such as activities, clubs, leadership opportunities, etc. Most female prospects still prefer the more traditional career areas over the non-traditional ones. However, it's important to make young women aware of the training opportunities in both and the different earning potential in each. More to come on that later. When asked what's their biggest concern about attending Job Corps, leaving home and family and childcare were by far the most common answers, followed closely by safety. So be sure to stay familiar with childcare providers in your area. As you know, very few Job Corps centers have child care on center. If you recruit for a center that does have child care or a family dorm, be sure to know how many openings may be available. Some other key findings: 3/4 of the young women surveyed said they were interested in learning more about Job Corps and would consider enrolling. And they like to do so via the web, a brochure, or social media, all of which are easily accessible to you. 71% said they will be interested in visiting a Job Corps center. We know due to COVID, center tours may not be available for all centers, but virtual tours of every center are available on the jobcorps.gov website. And finally, what aspects of the program do female prospects care the most about? Career training. Females want to know what they will learn at Job Corps, and when they graduate, where the training will take them and how much they will make. They also want to know as much as possible about Life on Center. That includes after-hours activities and leadership opportunities. They also want to know about dorm life, how many roommates they will have, and what they can and what they cannot bring with them. As I already mentioned, female prospects also want to learn about safety on center, as well as healthcare and child care opportunities. Another key message, and one that sets Job Corps apart from its competition, is the program is free. So it's important to leverage that message in your recruitment efforts and help them understand that Job Corps can be a stepping stone to other opportunities. That the training, real work experience, and further education can help them get them far down the road in their career. The young women also want to learn how they can become self-sufficient. Independence is important to them, and that directly ties into the training and education Job Corps provides and resulting earning potential. Finally, they want to know how long will this take, how long they will be in training. So how does this translate into the program's marketing materials? Both males and females respond well to diversity, and they want to see and hear from real students in recruitment materials. All of Job Corps' materials and advertisements intentionally feature actual Job Corps students to make the materials more meaningful and impactful. In addition, Job Corps intentionally heavily features young women to appeal to those female prospects. Now, I'm going to discuss a few of the female-specific recruitment materials that incorporate the research we just discussed, including the Female Magazine. This is one of our most popular materials, and it's great to display in various places and admissions offices where young women can pick it up. Be creative when you think about your local area. Are there stores or organizations that work with young people that will let you leave copies in their lobby? What about a local public library or community center? How about guidance counselors at high schools or doctor's offices? There's no wrong location to place a magazine like this when you are recruiting females. The magazine also has information about Life on Center. One section focused entirely on a day in the life of an actual Job Corps student. Again, this is based on focus group feedback. We really want to show what an average day on center is like for a typical young woman in Job Corps. The magazine also shows how center life may be different depending on a student's career training area or their extracurricular interests. Another section highlights the earning potential for each of the program's 10 training industries. As I mentioned, this is of particular interest to young women. It's important to make young women aware of the career opportunities in both traditional and non-traditional training areas. The Female Magazine also shares graduate success stories, one in a traditional career, the other in what may be considered a non-traditional career for a female. Alyssa on the left trained as a medical assistant. She's now in college getting a degree in medical radiology. Sierra on the right trained in security and protective services. While at Job Corps, she also took classes at a local community college. Since graduating from Job Corps and college, Sierra now works as a sheriff's deputy with the County Sheriff's Department. The final section in the Female Magazine answers many of the frequently asked questions by potential students considering enrolling in Job Corps. Many of these are based on the feedback we received in focus groups with females. Life on Center, the cost, expectations are just some of the subjects addressed. In addition to the Female Magazine, there's also a female flyer. It's also available on the materials marketplace. Hard copies can be ordered for free, but it can also be downloaded so you can print it yourself immediately. The flyer also gives an overview of the program's training industries and the potential salary information. So these are 3 female-specific materials available to you to share with young women. There's also a female virtual enrollment flyer available on the materials marketplace. This piece is download only, so you can print it yourself immediately. The flyer also offers female-specific messages and explains the benefits of virtual enrollment and what students can expect to learn online in their first 60 days. On the materials marketplace, under the video section, there is a link to a female-specific YouTube playlist. This playlist is relatively new and full of videos that feature only females, both graduates and current students, and is perfect for sharing with female prospective students and relatives of female prospective students. In these videos, you'll find women studying both traditional and non-traditional training areas. There's also a female lead nurture campaign as another aspect of Job Corps' efforts geared specifically toward recruiting young women. It's made up of several emails and text messages. Once a prospective student sees a Job Corps ad and clicks through to a landing page to complete the form to learn more, there is an option in the form to indicate that they would like to see information for women. They can also select if they would like to opt in to text messages. The female email campaign is composed of 7 emails. The first email is an FAQ email. The second is about career training, then virtual enrollment, center life, day in the life, success stories, and finally, the encouragement to call an admissions counselor. The information and content are tailored specifically for women. The emails include links to download or order the female recruitment flyer and female magazine if the prospects are interested in those materials. Prospective students will receive the FAQ email immediately, and then we'll go through the series. The career training email is sent 3 days after the FAQ email, and so on the journey they go. The entire series takes about 3 weeks. The text message campaign is composed of 7 text messages. The text messages have the same FAQ, career training, virtual enrollment, center life, day in the life, success stories, and call and admissions counselor message content as the email campaign. The information is tailored to females. The links in the text messages go to a specific female landing pages where appropriate. They will receive the FAQ text message immediately and then go through a pattern similar to the email campaign, except these messages are sent every 2 days. The entire campaign takes about 2 weeks. The content in these campaigns is female specific and helps young women get a sense of what life is like at Job Corps, what opportunities are available to them, and the success that other women like themselves have found as a result of the program. So now that you are armed with all the great information and helpful talking points, it's important to try to find ways to get in front of your target audience as much as possible. So to go hand in hand with materials like the female magazine and the female flyer, Job Corps also has a female outreach event toolkit. The toolkit will help you plan a recruitment event at your center or somewhere else out in the community to let young women learn about the program. When you're able, holding the event on campus provides prospective students the opportunity to speak with current students and instructors, as well as get a tour of the dorms and the campus in general. As I mentioned earlier, campus tours can help tremendously in terms of setting expectations and help dispel concerns. Here are some helpful resources and templates you can find in the toolkit. List of recruitment event ideas for inspiration. You can host a panel discussion among current students, a networking event, Job Corps Shadow Day. There's also a step-by-step instructions on how to plan a female recruitment tour in your community when circumstances allow. Some other helpful items in the toolkit: an event flyer template that you can customize for your specific event, an email template to invite community organizations to attend your event and help spread the word, a PowerPoint template if you're planning a presentation at your event, and examples of community groups you might want to invite to the event. And finally, recommended communications to follow up with the event attendees. Now that we discussed several of the marketing materials available to you, I want to make sure everyone is aware of the materials marketplace that I referenced several times. The materials marketplace web address is jcmarketplace.com. To get the female-specific materials, you want to click on Recruitment Materials at the left side of your screen, circled in red. If you scroll down just a bit, about halfway down the page, you'll see the section for female materials circled in red. You can order or download the female recruitment materials and any of the National Office approved materials from the Materials Marketplace. The Marketplace is free for Job Corps staff to use. All materials on the Marketplace have been approved by the Job Corps National Office, and you should be using only these approved materials in your recruitment efforts. If you only need a small number of materials, you can download them and print them yourself on the spot. If you need a higher volume of materials, you can order them from the Marketplace. You can order materials 24/7, and orders are processed weekly. There are other resources on the Marketplace other than materials: videos that can be shown right from the site, trainings like these for future reference, and Job Corps success stories. Another resource developed for you is a landing page specifically targeting female prospects. This slide has the link and an image of the page. The landing page has downloadable links to many of our most popular general recruitment pieces, including the recruitment booklet and eligibility flyer. It also has the female magazine and success stories geared to female prospects. You can email or text the link to female potential students. Now let's move from materials and talk about another extremely effective outreach tool for reaching women: social media, and specifically how it is used for female recruitment. One of the easiest ways your current students can help support female recruitment is to share their experiences with their friends and family members who might be interested in the program. In all of our digital media promotions, we are very intentional about having a strong female presence on Job Corps social media channels. Job Corps' Facebook page has more than 148,000 likes and reaches upward of 4 million people each month, which translates to the number of people who had any content from Job Corps' page enter their screen. So this includes posts, check-ins, ads, and other social media information. For example, the majority of Job Corps followers on Facebook are women. A few years ago, we launched the Job Corps Grads private Facebook group. The group has more than 3,600 members, and about half of the graduates in the group are women. Earlier this year, we also launched the Job Corps Students private Facebook group. More than half of the students in the group, which has over 800 members, are women. These groups also enable us to generate even more great female-focused content for the public page and enable female grads to share advice for new students. This year alone, we identified several female success stories from these groups. Job Corps is also active on Instagram. The platform has more than 16,000 followers, and about 46% of those followers are women. Job Corps uses a variety of hashtags on Instagram in an effort to reach more prospective students, especially young women. Examples are Women Up Wednesdays, hashtag YouGoGirl, and hashtag Girl Power, because they are popular, positive, and well received on Instagram. Women Up is a play on the words from Man Up, and we feature strong women doing great things on Job Corps centers and out in the communities using this hashtag. YouTube is also a great source for female potential students. I encourage you to check out the Job Corps YouTube channel and use it as a frequent female recruitment tool as well. This account has received more than 27 million views, and that number continues to grow every week. The page features several different types of videos, including Job Corps recruitment ads and student interviews that feature students talking about their real-life Job Corps experiences. Everything from training opportunities to a day in the life at Job Corps to the instructors and staff on center who guide them to campus life and center safety. We are also thrilled to share that Job Corps launched a Twitter account in September 2020, and it's DOL Job Corps. The platform already has more than 1,327 followers, and Job Corps' Twitter page currently averages 81,000 impressions a day. Right now, about 70,000 of the users interacting with our ads on the platform are men. This number isn't surprising since 70% of Twitter users, according to Statistica, report in October 2020, also say men mostly use the platform. With that in mind, we do highlight female success stories and emphasize female content on Twitter to further reach women. The tweet of Shakira feature in the top left-hand corner of the slide is our currently most liked tweet on the platform. On this slide, we included several examples of additional female-focused content across Job Corps social media channels. On our Instagram stories, you'll see Instagram takeovers, which showcase a day in the life of a Job Corps student. Job Corps primarily uses female students for these to show what it's like being a female on center. I just want to point out that these takeover type posts are incredibly effective and popular. We are finding more and more prospects are not interested in professionally produced videos. They want real, raw, and simple messages. I strongly encourage you to show prospects these takeover stories whenever you have a chance. There are also a variety of success story videos that feature female students and graduates on YouTube channel. If you are in a setting with a female potential student where you can go to the YouTube page and show them some of the videos, they can really be a powerful recruitment tool. Because again, potential students most likely want to hear from real Job Corps students. You can also share the link to the YouTube page and certain female videos on your own Facebook page and in email signatures and text messages that you may send to potential students. I encourage you to like and follow all Job Corps social channels and to encourage current and prospective students to check out the Job Corps Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter channels. There's a lot of information on these platforms. You can even ask female students to post about Job Corps on their personal social media pages or share the National Job Corps pages posts on their accounts. Here are all the social media links: facebook.com/DOL Job Corps, Instagram.com/DOL Job Corps, YouTube.com/DOL Job Corps, and Twitter.com/DOL Job Corps. These are online sources you can share with female prospects, even over the phone during your first conversation with them. I hope this webinar has been helpful. Again, it will be posted on the Materials Marketplace under the Trainings tab. Always feel free to call MPNS at the number you see on the screen, 615-259-4000, and we'll make sure you are in touch with the right person. If you need to order materials, you can do so on the Materials Marketplace or call and ask to speak to someone on the Job Corps Materials team. I do want to remind everyone that we offer regular training webinars, and be on the lookout for other training announcements as well. We do have a quick survey on this webinar that we love for you all to fill out. You can find a link to it on the left-hand side of the screen. This will help us make sure our webinars are helpful and we can incorporate suggestions into future ones. Are there any questions?
Hey, Ivy, we did not receive any questions during the training, but if anyone has any, we'll hold on for a few more minutes, give you a chance to drop those in the chat box.
Well, this concludes our session, but again, if you do have questions, drop them in the chat box. And thank you, everyone, for your time. Have a great day.
Hi, Tanisha. I think we're good to end this training. Thank you.